supports ECLC and their mission of taking care of special needs children. We're very proud to have them in the borough. But I think this parking problem on Lum highlights whether or not the council has a policy that it's acceptable to turn a residential street into an overflow parking lot. Because if it is, then every street in the borough is susceptible to having this happen. Cars parked in front of your house and every house on your street, all day, every day, indefinitely. Residents have a right to know if you approve of this policy. If you found a great tenant for the new Stanley Center, for example, where there's very limited parking, you could turn both sides of Oliver Street into the parking lot if you wanted to. If you want to maximize the income from the train station parking and there were people on the waiting list, you could find streets within walking distance to the station on both sides of Main Street, Coleman perhaps, where you could just allow people to park all day without getting a ticket. But if it's not okay to make a residential street into overflow parking, then Lum has to be treated the same as any other street in the borough. We all get the same discount on our taxes because of the rent the ECLC pays, and we all have to be treated the same regardless of the fact that some streets are within walking distance to the school. The very patient residents of Lum have been putting up with this situation for about 5 years. I understand it was meant to be temporary, and then the pandemic hit, but it's time to find a permanent solution that does not involve any residential street becoming an overflow parking lot, all day, every day, indefinitely. There are a lot of potential solutions to this problem, and no doubt some people would find some that are worse than the problem. So I agree that maybe you need a committee to hash out some options with the residents at the table. You know, we learn early on in life that the world is not fair, but I think we also know that it should be fair, and especially our government should be fair, treating all people equally. What's been happening on Lum is patently unfair to the residents there, and it is up to you to make a new policy that solves the parking problem of the borough's tenant and treats the residents on Lum exactly the same as anyone else in the borough. Thank you very much for your time.